Hello everyone, welcome back to Lookie Crafts. There's no sign because I didn't feel like it. That's all. Giving you another little personal health update, I guess. So I went back to the doctor's, to the ear, nose, and throat for my sore throat. And while I was there, they did a hearing test and said I had some hearing loss. And no big deal because, I don't have to deal with that many people. So, excuse me. So he went and they checked my ears and I told him about the ringing. I told him about I had the fluid in my ears from my primary physician said I had fluid in my ears. And he said I didn't have fluid in my ears, so darn, I was hoping the fluid was causing this high-pitched ring in my ears, but apparently not, because the fluid is gone and I still have the high-pitched hearing in my ears. And I told him the only way I could, drown it out was with, the TV playing or music or some kind of noise going in the background or something, something. But he said he would generally tell patients to do what I just told him I done to get, and maybe the ringing will go away on its own. And so I told him, when I first started, I had the locked jaw, and my jaw was fine. I wasn't having no shooting pains in my face, but my ear was still bothering me. Outside of the ringing, I have painful in my left ear. And he looked in there, but he didn't say nothing. And he said something. I can't remember the letters. He's T something. But I can't remember the letters. But anyway, I left there with no help on my ear. So what I was really there for was my sore throat. And he looked real good down my throat. And before he came in, I told the medical assistant, to tell him that, he needed to wear a mask because I have stinky breath, and I know I have stinky breath. And, I wouldn't be offended at all if he come in wearing a mask, because if he's having to look down my throat, he might have to get close, right? So he did. He come in wearing a mask. And because I have, not only do I smoke, I have that tongue coating, and he said it was because I smoke. But that ain't true. I've seen a lot of smokers that don't have it, and a lot of non-smokers who do have it. In fact, the dentist told me once I got all my teeth out, I wouldn't have no more tongue coating. Well, that wasn't true neither. Well, unfortunately, when he looked down my throat, he didn't see nothing either. So I do not have a sore throat. As you consider that you might have a sore throat, I don't have that. So he took this camera. It was well, the end of it was tiny, but then it got bigger and bigger. But he ran that camera down my nose. And I don't know what my face looked like when he said he was going to run a camera up my nose. But he started explaining real fast. And he was telling me it wasn't going to hurt at all. And I said, just tell me what you're doing, when you're going to do it. Don't hide nothing. And I'll be all right. So they squirted me with some kind of lubricant spray, and then they squirted me with lidocaine. No, it wasn't a lubricant spray. It was a spray to open up my nasal passages, and then he put lidocaine in there, which I suppose numbed it up a little. Because it didn't hurt at all. If any of y'all ever have to have a camera run up your nose, yeah, it only sounds scary. It's not scary. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all. So anyway, he's running this camera down my nose, and he got down, went down in my throat area, and he said that there was a spot of concern on my voice box. And that my sore throat was probably nerve endings from my voice box that are cut, it's traveling up those nerves to my throat, like at the back of my tongue and the roof of my mouth, and making it feel like I have a sore throat when I really have is a sore on my voice box. So he said I have to have a biopsy on that. And I said, well, why isn't there? Just take a little lip. Just go on and get some. But he said he couldn't do that, that I'd have to come back, and they would have to put me to sleep and go in there and take out a little piece and have that tested. So he said they would call me back to make that appointment. And I just went yesterday, so I haven't got no callbacks. So that's a little bit concerning, but I'm not really worried about it. He said if it did come out to be something, he didn't think I would have, any problems, to cure it, whatever it might be. So, of course, they're looking for cancer. But, maybe I like to eat potato chips. Maybe I just ate a potato chip and it didn't chew it good enough. It went got a little sore or something. That's what I'm hoping for. Some kind of little sore, not the big old C word. But anyway, I don't know when I'll get that call. And let's see, the other biopsy got to have on my 2 lip nodes in my chest. I couldn't get an appointment for that till the 30th of June. So maybe the whole throat thing will be over by then. So I hope so. But I feel fine, and I didn't. He asked me if I felt like my voice had changed, and I said no. So I went back and listened to a few of my first videos, and I still sound normal to me. So if one of y'all volunteer to go back and listen to some of my first videos and in comparison with today's videos and see if you could tell there's any changes in my voice, let me know, if you're willing to do that. And, let me know if there's a change or not. I don't feel like there's any change in my voice. I don't have any swelling. It's just, it's a sore throat. That apparently it's not a sore throat. That don't make a lot of sense to me. But it's just there. It's not swollen or nothing. And your larynx, he said where your voice box is like down right where you're right or under what your Adam's apple would be if you was a woman, or if you was a man and had the protruding Adam's apple. Well, women don't have that, but it would be right under there, and he was poking all over there, and he didn't feel nothing, so there's no lump, there's no gland or swelling or anything, so he didn't seem to think it was too bad. But I didn't seem to tick off any of the boxes except sore throat. So, that's good for me. Yeah, but if anybody would be willing to go back and watch a few of my very first awful videos and see if you notice any change in my voice. Oh, but back then I was using just my computer sound. And now I'm using headphones. So might have to account for that. But I don't think there's any change. I sound the same to me. So anyway, that's it on my health update. And my shelf is finally finished. Willie, my friend, finally got it all finished today. All the braces are under. It still moves just a little bit. It's not rock solid, but I guess it's not supposed to be if it's not hooked to the wall, It is good and solid, but I was hoping it would be, like a kitchen table, but it does wobble a little bit. So my next plan is to get my little containers, organized. Take all the stuff out, wipe down all the stuff, which I should have already had done, but I hadn't got it done, and start taking the stuff that I want to take out of my little plastic chest and get it on the shelf. And first I want to start putting light objects with light objects. I can't even find my daggum. I started cleaning something. I got my mind off of what I was saying. I can't find my stitching stuff. What do you call that? Cross stitch. I can't find none of my cross stitch. I know I have 3 or 4. I can't even find them. So I'm hunting for those. And while I'll be taking stuff out of the shelves and boxes, and I'm going to have to make some more embellishment books, and smaller ones. I got the big ones, but, my cardboard wasn't strong enough, and if I stand them up, the cardboard bows a little bit, and so yeah, I didn't make it strong enough, and I really hate that because they hold quite a lot. But I do want to make some smaller ones, and so that they'll be more handy and ease of access than the bigger ones. Soon as I find my vellum. I can't find nothing. I can't even find my copy paper. I don't remember where I put it. But anyway, that's my plan, is to get in here and find my stuff. And, wipe down everything real good. And just start out fresh and clean. Like this bucket, I gotta wipe off the outside. And just start over clean. I gotta clean out this bucket too. Because it ain't got much in it. But it's got some stuff in it that ain't supposed to be in there. So I don't even know why that's in there. Well, I do got my distressed ink. I'm hoping that I still got some ink in there. It was on its side, and it's kind of leaked out. So I'm hoping there's still some in there. And I'm also making a list of crafty things that I want to get. And if I did make a list before, I don't know. Like I want to try out mica powders. I ain't never had mica powders. I ain't never had that embossing stamp pad. And it was a real big thing several years ago. You would use that stamp pad and you couldn't see it, and then you would cover it with, I think, mica powders. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something else called embossing powders. I don't know. Y'all let me know something down there if there's different powders. And then you heat it up with your heating gun, which is also on the list that I have to get a heating gun. And it makes pretty things. It makes whatever your stamp is kind of raised up, I think. I'm not sure. I never had it, so I don't know. And I haven't seen any videos on it for a few years. Excuse me. Okay, so y'all let me know if embossing powders is the same as mica powders, and if it's worth getting, or is this just something you played with for a little bit and then they get it kind of used for it, and it's just in your stash sitting there. So let me know. I don't want to buy something that ain't useful. I got plenty of things just sitting around, you know. But I always thought they would be fun to try. And the mica powders, I'm not sure how paper crafters use that. I don't remember. I just remember that it exists. And I've watched a few people, their old videos though, and they made sprays with them. And that was pretty cool. Some of them tried to paint with them. Well, I got water paint, so I don't need to paint with them. So yeah, I've been thinking on what I need to get. See, I want me one of them crocodile things that punches holes. And I want to get some eyelets. All stuff I ain't never had, and stuff that I'd like to get. So I guess y'all are watching me clean out my little bucket. I just thought I'd do that while I was here. I started talking, and so yeah, when you're in the store, you see stuff, and you have ideas, but maybe you don't have everything you need to make your ideas come to fruition. And so I'm going to try to be more planned in my crafty buying here on out, and get some of the stuff I need, like a scoreboard. I still ain't bought one. And so I got to get that. And be happy with this little spot that I have to craft in. And just get my room set up the way I want it. I pulled the whole hair out on this bucket. Give me my hair back. There. See, this little bit of stuff, I don't know what it goes to. It's just little bits. Just little bits that you might use for something. They don't really have a home. Well, that bucket is clean. I got all the gunk out of there. Hey, look at me. I'm getting a good start. Okay. I got another bucket. Of course, my friend Willie, he was needed something to write with, so he used my finger pencil my blue one. I'm like, oh no, that's my pencil. But I couldn't find nothing else, so I let him use my pencil. Or I don't know if I let him, but he used my pencil. So I'm hoping to get that sharpened up and get some use out of it. That's the one. I guess I still got plenty. Ain't that much. Well, he didn't have to sharpen it too much. I also got to, dang, I don't know if I made these or somebody gave me these. I think somebody gave me these. You know who gave me these? I think was, I can't remember her name, but it's What's Going On. Navasha from What's Going On. I think she made me those. Well, those are really cute. I've got plans to decorate a cigar box. Because I got several. So I want to decorate one of those. And I'm thinking I can go 3D on a cigar box. Because when you make it a journal, everything pretty much has to be flat. You know, and some of my stuff don't work with flat. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Well, I do got cute little things in here. I got to finish this. I never did finish it. I was going to use that as a book tie. Okay, that's good to know. That's where it is. I got a couple little charms that VSJ Craft sent me. That's Thelma. I got just little stuff in there. Just little stuff. Oh, look, this is a lid to a glue. I might want to keep that in the glue container. That's where I'll do. Anyway, I just coming in here, tell y'all what's going on. Because some of my friends are interested. I hope this ain't something that y'all seen that you shouldn't have. So I'm going to put this all back in my little container here. Got my little bits box. I got a couple charms, an O-ring, jump ring, a little butterfly. I need to make a little containers. I've been watching some people, and they have little containers with like ready-made tags, and then they got a container of tags that have to be decorated, you know. So it's like they got a place for stuff that they got to do, a to-do box. And then in the to-do box would be their, excuse me, their unfinished projects like tags and journaling cards, and pockets, and stuff like that. So I thought, man, well, maybe I need me a system like that. So I think I might give that a try. Let's see how that goes. I got this little box sitting right here. Well, apparently nothing in here works. Let's see. Do you work? No, you don't work. Okay, well, what I'll do, if they're all dried up, is get me some bottles and make me some alcohol inks. I ain't never had none of them either. So, well, I hope you ain't dried up. Don't be dried up. This is my gold pen. Oh, it still works. It still works. Okay. I'm so happy. I think I won this from somebody. I can't remember. Or maybe not. Maybe I bought this. It says Crafty Square. I know there was a green one that I won off of somebody. Okay, we'll just leave this until later. But that one worked, so we don't want to put him in there. We'll put him over yonder. So my son, oh, this is one of the ones that I won from somebody. It still works. I know who it is in my head. I can see her face. She lives in a Possum Patty. Possum Patty is the closest I can get. But y'all know who Possum Patty is. If there's more to her channel name, I don't know. But I won that from her. And that was awesome that I found that. And here's the other one. Okay, let's see if it works. There, okay. Yep, it works too. Alrighty. Try the blue one. No, blue is all dried out, but I'll use those are alcohol inks, which I ain't never had, so I gotta go to the Dollar Tree and see if I can find me some bottles. I could only find the pour bottles. I couldn't find the little spray bottles. So I've been on the hunt for some stuff as I've been out and about, going to and from the doctor's office. Oh, I did stop after I went to the doctor's office. Excuse me. I hit the mic, darn it. I hope I'm not paused and I've been yapping for this whole time. Pause. Okay, I'm unpaused. So I've been hunting. When I was a kid, my mama had a little crystal tray, and on there she had her little butter dish and a creamer and a sugar bowl. And she kept it on top of the refrigerator, and we'd get the little tray down, and because that's where we kept the sugar. We didn't really use the milk container, but anyway, a couple of years ago, I found a clear glass butter dish. Well, I like clear glass. Don't look like my mother's. Mother's was fancy. But I like the clear glass. And after I got out of the doctor's office, I stopped by the thrift store and I found the creamer and the sugar bowl that matches my butter dish. So boy, was I happy. But I didn't find the little tray. So, darn it. But I'll keep my eyes open for the little tray. As I always wanted one, but I never could find the set. And I almost got it. I'm sorry the way my throat is. I have to keep sipping to keep the burn down. Okay, I got some more stuff over here I could wipe down and put in a box. That's a garbage. And my friend was working in here all day. And there really ain't room in here for two people, so he was doing it by himself. I mean, he's not a carpenter, so, I mean, it ain't absolute perfect, but it is absolute perfect because he went to the trouble to make it for me, and I really appreciate it. And there ain't nothing on it now. But I tried to stand up my embellishment boxes on it, and they won't stand up. for whatever reason. So I have to get my popsicle sticks out and figure out how to make some kind of little stand for them to stand up there. So I think I talked about that before. So that is on my first things to do list. You know, I really should be writing things down while I'm talking about them and they're coming out of my mouth. Well, that doesn't work. Okay, I don't know who's that number. Okay, that don't work, but I won't throw it away. Ain't that something? I might could get a refill to put in that. So I won't throw it away because I think California Karen 789 sent me this pen. So I can't throw that away. I'll put that in there. Sorry. Anyway, I guess I'll let y'all go. I'm just gabbing now I guess it's nerves making me yap. You know, because I was hoping that this doctor would have just, gave me an antibiotic and sent me home, and that would have been that. But that ain't what it is. So I'm a little concerned because it's been hurting a long time. But I'm not a lot concerned. Okay, I can't decide whether I'm concerned or not. So let's leave it there. That I don't know if I'm concerned or not. Oh, I gotta get me some cheesecloth too. What's in this baggie? I don't know what's in that baggie. It looks like tissue. Some kind of tissue. Ain't it funny? You get going through your stuff and find the weirdest stuff. It's tissues folded up tiny little squares. I have no idea what I wanted to do with that. So, I'm still working on cleaning my glue container. See, these are two new little things that I don't know what to do with yet. I think it's still moving, so I think it's all right. So, I think I done cleaned this one. Okay, I think I done cleaned it. But I hadn't washed out my glue bottles, so I may try them and then wash them out. I don't know what that is. Looks like a tooth. Well, I'm throwing that tooth away. It wasn't one of mine. Yeah, I didn't get to keep mine. They were gone. Okay, so I got that one. It's this long one I ain't got cleaned out. That's all my gluey stuff. I put my tape in there. So I gotta wash out my glue bottles. Those are pins. Well, let me just wash out this basket. Y'all can keep me company if you want to. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. You got an off button. Sometimes you just need company. That's all, y'all. I guess that's what this is, to keep me company. Well, I think I done cleaned this one out too. Well, look at me. Well, there's my ones for the mailbox that were missing. And here's my sevens. Okay, my ones and sevens are going to go on my mailbox I haven't got them on my mailbox. So this would have to go in the little bits box. And I think that could go in the garbage. This could go in the little bits box. Or bucket. And this could go. I got to take my sheet down and wash it. And I got 2 new. It fits across my closet. But it leaves a little gap on each end if I gather it up a little bit. So when I was at the store, I found a couple of curtains that I thought were really cute. And I thought, well, I'd hang one on each end of my butterfly curtain that I got hanging up. And that would fill in those gaps and make it look pretty. They're not the butterfly. They're just white with little dots all over them. But I thought that was real pretty. So, okay, I got a clean bucket. Awesome. Just sitting here gabbing, doing nothing. I think that's empty. I can throw that away. I still got one more bucket to go through. But I'm still trying to get rid of all the gunky stuff from the old house. Man, that air was just dirty. And there was no getting away from it. I've been watching, who the hell have I been watching? Just, the only ones coming on my feed, nobody I subscribe to, or who is subscribed to me, comes up on my feed. So I've watched Pam of the Paper Outpost. I kind of like her. She's a haphazard crafter. No offense to Pam. I like that. I like that she loses something she just had in her hand. Sounds like something I do, you know. You lose it because you had it in your hand. Okay, I got another little bits box. A bucket. A little bits bucket. And got my tissues in it. I have to move my tissues. Okay. Put them in the glue box. And I got some little bits in there. I need some more of these. Those, Pam, she had huge ones, huge paddle ones. You know, great big ones. I want to get me some of those. I don't know if you can get them at the Dollar Tree or not. But I'll get him brushed off. Okay, this is a green. That's nasty. Oh, here's a little bottle. And that's another green one. There's a little bottle. See, those don't go in the little bits. I must have was going to do something with these little spinny flowers, and I didn't. So, hopefully I'll remember what I was going to do. And get all my little bits in the little bits bucket and only have one. Then maybe I'll just sit down and just start finding a place to put everything, because I'm sure it all has a place. Here's a button. Buttons have a place. Here's a little washi tape. They have a place. It's a teeny tiny little thingy. It has a place. Oh, clothesline pin. That's what that is. So I have 2 buckets cleaned and emptied. Well, did I only have 2 little ones? I'm sure. Oh, yeah, I got another one over there. Oh, those fancy cutting scissors, too. I need to get me a pack of those. I seen them, but they was like $15. You know, I'm kind of a tightwad, y'all. Sometimes I just won't spend the money on something. But I'm going to get me some of those that have decorative edges on things. I'm going to try to make me a list. So, I'll remember what I want when I'm out and about. Well, make room for the flamingos. I don't know what I'm going to do with them little flamingos. But something. Okay. I guess y'all have to go in this little box right here. Because it's not holding anything it's supposed to be holding. I'm going to leave that flat. Maybe I got to turn it upside down. Sharon from ConnectionofLives and Interest says to turn those upside down. So, ever since she said that, I've been turning mine upside down. Or trying to. This is my one little punch. Punches got to go on my list too. If anybody's got a box full of punches that you want to get rid of, you know, the big ones, the little ones, you know, let me know. We can work out a deal. You know, include shipping. I tried to send my sister something overnight because, see, you didn't go in that basket. You went in the wrong basket. I said I put it in the wrong basket. She, bless her soul, got to. Her son is taking her for her birthday to Dollywood, and they're coming up, and she cleans her glasses with alcohol, but her son, and his wife are kind of minimalist, and my sister is kind that takes half the house with her. So anyway, she knows that they ain't got room, so she got everything down to one stand-up suitcase, like the medium size. And a family of 4 probably has all their stuff in the same size suitcase. But that's the smallest she could go. I was proud of her. So she was trying to figure out how to take alcohol to clean her glasses. And I have some alcohol pads, you know, for my fingers when I stick my fingers. And so I was going to send her some. But I wasn't going to pay $50 to send her some. And I was trying to send them overnight. I used to be able to do that for like $20. But not anymore. They want $55. Well, I sent them regular through the regular FedEx. So she says they leave it on Sunday, so she won't get them till she gets back. But anyway, it's the thought that counts, right? I tried to get them to her in time. And so then I told her, I said, don't, she was trying to put alcohol in the baggie and seal the baggie, and then put that bag in another bag and seal that baggie. I said, don't do that. It might spill or bust open or something and leak. Just buy a bottle of alcohol when you get there. So she decided she would do that. But the wipes she could have just put in her little fanny pack that she's taken with her. And so, but by the time I found mine, though, when was it? Yesterday. I found mine. I was going out to the doctor's anyway. I just have a bottle of alcohol. I just wipe my hands with the alcohol. So I never used that box of little towelettes that I got. So I thought she could use those to clean her glasses. But they didn't make it to her in time. So anyway, it made her feel good that I tried to send them to her. But anyway, she's going to Dollywood, and she's going to have her son has reserved the seats to where they sit. I guess if Dolly joins them, she might join them, and it'd be like having dinner with Dolly if she does it. I don't think she does it every night, but occasionally she joins, so she might get lucky. So anyway, I hope she has a really good time. And she's been so excited for the last month or two, and I told her to take plenty of pictures so she could share them with me, and she can call me while she's there and show me through the video what she's looking at and stuff. Yep, I'd have been down there. I'd have been tagging along with them. I mean, I'd had to pay for my own stuff, but that'd have been okay too. Just having fun outing with the family. That's good. Oh, my son. Darn his hiney. He done decided to go back to truck driving. So he was working mechanicing. And I had broke my battery charge cranker upper. I don't know what it's called. It's a little box you charge, and you crank your car with it when your battery's dead. So the one I had broke, and he said it had a lifetime warranty, so he tried to get it turned in with a lifetime warranty. But they said no, it only had a year warranty, and the year had run out, so he got another one for me. But he's leaving before, and I won't get to see him, so I won't get my battery charger upper thingy. And dang, he didn't let me know at all that he was leaving. I guess he was going to call me on the road. Boys, I tell you. Well, he ain't a boy. He's 33 years old. So he just can't make the same kind of money working mechanics as he could driving the truck. So, okay, he's on the road again come Monday. Excuse me. So I hope he's happy doing that. I don't know, but yeah, he's at least advancing himself, not sitting still. He's at least trying to better himself. So I'm proud of him for that. He could include me a little bit. But anyway, when he's on the road, he calls me more often, so we actually talk more when he's not here than we do when he is here. Isn't that strange? But yeah, he does. So anyway, I hope he gets a good route, or not a troublesome route. The last time he was driving truck, well, he got locked in a parking lot for the trucks. They forgot he was out there, and he fell asleep in his truck. And when he woke up, they had locked up for the whole weekend because of the snow, and he couldn't get out because they chained the fence, and he couldn't get out. Oh Lord! He said he had to order pizza, and they could just slip it in through the through the fence, but he couldn't get his drink through. So we had to set it down outside the fence and sip it through the straw. So it was funny when he was telling me. So I'm just remembering him relating the story. So yeah, I guess it wasn't funny because there was nowhere for them to go to the bathroom. So I told him he was just going to have to find a corner bush and do what he had to do. I mean, they don't have no bathrooms in them trucks. So anyway, I hope he don't experience nothing like that. Dang. I was hoping to have a birthday with him this year. His birthday's in August, so it's May, June, July, August. I was only 3 months away. But he'll be gone again Monday. I already miss him. But that's the way it is with us mamas. Okay, y'all, I guess I've been sitting here yapping for I don't know how long. This thing don't have a timer. So I don't know how long I've been yapping. And I ain't got my own phone yet. My son, oh yes it does, 51 minutes. Good Lord. Anyway, I was waiting on him to go to the store with me. the Spectrum store. To help me pick out a phone because I could get a Spectrum phone for $30 a month. But not on my phone. I gotta buy one of their phones or something. For some reason, I like my phone. It's big. It's cracked, but it's big and I like it. And, the memory is full and all like that. But anyway, he was supposed to go to the Spectrum store with me to help pick me out a phone so that it could take videos if I wanted it to take videos and zoom in and out because this camera don't zoom in and out. And the camera on the phone that I have don't zoom in and out. You get what you get. So, yeah, but I would have to trade in my old phone. So I wanted him to take the files off of that phone and not put them on the new phone because then the memory would be full on the new phone. But anyway, I'm not that tech savvy. And I also don't want to give my phone over to people with, well, any of my personal information on it. I don't know how any of that works. If y'all do, let me know. You can either comment it or you can email me and let me know. I better go check my email when I get done with this video. Okay, I guess that's it. If any of y'all have experience with any of the products that I was talking about and you know what to do with them and how to use them, let me know if it's worth my money or not. Because I ain't never had them and I don't really know if it's worth it or not to have them to use and play with and all that. So, yeah, okay. That's it, guys. And, remember, if anybody wants to volunteer to listen to some beginning videos to see if you can detect any changes in my voice, please let me know in the comments if you heard anything. Okay? Okay, that's it. Thank you all for coming and spending this time with me. I really do appreciate you. It's nice to have friends out there who will just listen to you gabber on and just be there for you with their well wishes and all. Okay, I'm still yapping. Okay, thanks for coming to spend this time with me. Do as the Lord have you to do, and I will see you on my next video. Bye-bye now.